10 seconds away from having a mental breakdown. I literally had to make this video all over. Ooh, come through. I have to make this video all over again because it got deleted. Mind you, there was like 3 videos altogether. So I'm not going through all that again. So everything that was funny that was in the last video, you just might not get this time.
I can't believe we made it. This is what we made. This is what we're thankful. This is what we made. I can't believe we made it. This is different.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. You're watching Kozy today. So basically, on Instagram, I did a poll, and I was letting my followers choose between a high puff hair tutorial or story time. Literally like 6 people only voted for a high puff, and everybody else wanted a story time. Y'all was just like really nosy and want to be all up in my business, but it's okay because I'm gonna tell you a story. So basically, this is basically like a story about like how like a friend could let one thing break up like a bond, and it's like sickening. It's sad. There's 6 people in this story. So basically, our first friend group going into freshman year was, I'm just gonna start giving them names. So it was me, this girl Chocolate Drop, sister, and we're gonna name this other girl, the girl who broke our bond with her, we're gonna call her Caramel. So basically, you know, we're all like really cool people. We like meeting new people and all that other stuff. We even like the first day of orientation, we even let this girl in to come be our friend. She was new to Milton, so we just accepted her. But like as time went on, she went and found her own friends. Cool. So we also accepted this other girl. We're gonna call her Skinny Minnie. She was also new, and you know, we kick it with her. We still kick it with her. So basically, we were all supposed to be like this whole like little friend group. So I want to say, so I have this big sister, and big sister is like, let me tell me and big sister been rocking before I was rocking with any of them, and we're still rocking heavy till this day. You feel me? Mad heavy. The thing with me, if I call you my sister, I consider you family, I'm gonna write out for you. So my sister has a little sister. Duh. My sister has a little sister, and she had gotten into it with this other girl from her school at the middle school. So like, me knowing the little sister, she doesn't take anything serious. Like, she's mad goofy. So the fact that she was upset about it, I was like, this is serious, because she don't ever get upset about it. So she's upset now, my sister's upset now, I'm upset, period. That's how I get down. What? That's how I get down. So we basically go after school and talk to the little girl. We don't do nothing. It was me, sister, big sister, and Caramel. We don't do nothing, so we just tell her like, yo, like, stay away from each other. We don't want to hear about this again, period. So the little girl goes and tells her older brother. Her older brother goes ahead and confronts sister. While confronting sister, my sister's like, whatever, like, what are you talking about? Like, bye, like, move, like, what are you doing? Your sister was coming for mine, so, and that's the end of that. I'm doing too much. But yeah, so while confronting sister, he says he's gonna confront big sister. Never did it. Like, we was waiting. We was like, what's up? Like, you're gonna confront, what's up? So he didn't confront until my sister had to speak up about it. What? Like, what? Anyway, so basically they end up having the whole confrontation thing, and he's like, okay, so when it first happened, he like comes around the corner and he's like, do we have a problem? Like, what? I'm saying, like, do we have a problem? Like, why are you coming around the corner swinging like that? Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. So they start arguing and stuff, and he keeps repeating, like, don't come to my sister with that energy, da 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 da. And he keeps repeating it. So my big sister goes, what energy? Like, she screams it in his face. And he started coming up to her. So I hop in the middle, like, yo, you need to back up because you're not touching her. You need to relax. You're a boy. You're a boy. You're not touching her. Relax. So basically, it's Skinny Minnie, Caramel, and sister who hold her back. I'm in the middle trying to hold older brother back. You know what I mean? And Chocolate Drop's just sitting there. She's like, just sitting there. So we leave and we end up going back to my house. Chocolate Drop had to go home, so it was just the rest of us. We went back to my house, and we're basically talking about how Chocolate Drop didn't write out. And you know, we all said what we had to say. We all put our little 2 cents in, period. We all did that, and we were all mad at her. But like over time, we realized like that's just how she is, and now we know when to call on her and when not to call on her, period. So I'm gonna say I got over the situation over time. Sister and Skinny Minnie did. They got over the situation over time, and definitely Big Sister wasn't as mad as time went on. But Caramel is still holding on to it. Like, she is not letting this go. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh. Oh no, Kozy, get it together, baby. So basically, let's fast forward. So we're gonna fast forward to when I went on a family trip to St. Thomas. I was supposed to go on a straight flight to St. Thomas, but we missed it, so I got on a connecting flight, and the connecting flight went to Puerto Rico. So I got to Puerto Rico. Time passes by, and I'm getting calls from Sister, Chocolate Drop, and Caramel all around the same time. Like, they were no less than 3 minutes apart. And I'm just like, they don't call me like this unless something's wrong. So the most recent one was Sister, so I called her back, and she's like, girl, let me tell you what happened, okay? So she basically goes to tell me, and this is what I heard over the phone, that Chocolate Drop and Caramel got into like a little argument. Caramel said that she was gonna smack Chocolate Drop, and Chocolate Drop got bold and was like, do it. But Caramel wasn't down to do it. You know, she didn't do it. So Chocolate Drop gets over the situation, and now as school's going on, Caramel is in school saying what she is gonna do, what she isn't gonna do to Chocolate Drop. So Chocolate Drop is getting fed at this point, and Chocolate Drop has 2 other close friends who I would consider they're like that. So now Caramel is like, well, what are they gonna do? So now this goes up to the principal's office. Yeah, like that, but you come on now. This is all because you can't let it go. Really? You bring it to the principal's office? Drama for what? So this is all happening. Mind you, Caramel has Big Sister on her side. Now, me personally, I felt like Caramel was using Big Sister. Alright, so I'm back. So basically, Big Sister does not care. Big Sister will do everything that Caramel is afraid to do. So it makes sense why Caramel would want Big Sister on her side, but I always felt like she was using her. So I told Big Sister that, and she was like, alright, back. And she fell back. So now let's fast forward some more. So basically, Skinny Minnie tells me that Caramel's been talking about me, and she says that Caramel feels like she can't come talk to me because she feels like I'm gonna fight her, this and that. I'm too old. Like, it's not even about being too old. It's just like, I have no reason to fight you. Like, you don't have a problem with me. You have a problem with somebody else. So I don't get why you would think I want to fight you. You haven't touched me. You haven't insulted me. At least not that I know of. So why am I going to want to fight you? Why am I gonna want to fight you for what? So we're all walking. Mind you, Caramel's talking about me, but she's still coming to my house. I found the Lord. That's all I can say. So we're all walking to my house, and mind you, Skinny Minnie has already told me about this. So I slow down. She's not engaging with us. So I slow down and I walk up next to her and I'm like, you have something you want to say? She's like, no. I was like, Caramel, if you have something to say, you might as well just say it right now. And then she goes in to basically say that she feels like I was picking sides in the situation and everything like that. Which I wasn't. I was never picking sides. I heard her story, and her story. And even if I was to pick sides, it probably wouldn't be hers because everybody else's story sounded the same except for hers. So I was like, all right. And then, let me go back. Let me rewind. So basically, while I was in St. Thomas, Chocolate Drop has said that Caramel was acting like somebody. And if you say, like, somebody's acting like this certain somebody, it really is an insult because that somebody was fake to me for 2 years. Had me thinking we were the best of friends. So it was an insult. And Caramel knew it was an insult. So she was like, I basically feel like people were lying about that. And I was looking at her like, I told her, I was like, I haven't lied to you about that. You asked me about it. I gave you the honest to God truth. My story has not changed from then to now. Like, I have not changed anything from it. And it's like every time she kept saying somebody was lying, she kept looking me dead in my eyes. And I'm looking at her like, it got to the point where I was just like, Caramel, what are you trying to say? Because my story has not changed not one bit since you asked me about it. So don't sit there and try to make it seem like I'm a liar, because that is one thing I will not do. If you ask me if I'm talking about you, I will tell you that I'm talking about you, period. So basically, she gets in her head that Chocolate Drop was the one lying. And she goes ahead and starts to talk about how she feels like we always made her feel like an outcast, and how she felt like we didn't really like to kick it with her like that, and this and the third. And we all sat there and we was like, we all kick it with you. We would never do that. Like, we really mess with you. I don't see how you could feel like that. And she keeps talking, like she's talking about nothing. Like, she's not saying nothing. And it was me, Caramel, and Skinny Minnie. And while she's talking, she's looking at me like she wanted to do something. Like, she's looking at me like this. So now I'm looking at her like, what? So that's when I proceed to say, do you have something you want to say? Like, is there something you want to get off your chest? She says no. So situation is now dropped. We continue to walk, and she's acting the same way she was acting before. And I'm sitting there like, what is wrong with you? Like, I don't even think, and it started to click in my head, like, I don't think it was just that situation that you had a problem with. So I'm with Skinny Minnie, and we're talking about it. We're like, yo, should we go say something? Like, should we go talk to her? Like, what should we do? And we go over to her, and Skinny Minnie's basically like, yo, like, I can't talk. I'm so irritated. Like, the whole video got deleted. But let me keep going. Skinny Minnie goes over to her, and she's like, what's the problem? And I'm like, are you not satisfied? Like, I thought the problem was over. Like, what's good with you? And she just starts crying. And me and Skinny Minnie are trying our hardest not to laugh, because we're confused. We're like, why is this girl crying? Like, what is wrong with her? So then she basically goes in to say that everybody has to act different around me, and everybody starts to act so fake when they're around me, this, that, and the third. Basically saying that when I'm not around, everything is better, and then when I do come around, everybody's negative, and everything is just so ugh. Excuse me? And it's the way she's describing it, it's like she's been feeling this for a really long time. And I asked her, I was like, how long have you been feeling this? And she was like, I've been feeling it for a while. I just didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to start beef. Why do I decide to mess with the people I mess with? Like, get it together, Kozy. For what? Anyway, so we continue to walk, and we get to my porch, and sister has left at this point, and my big sister actually, she's like, Karma, have you ever felt this like kind of energy from me? Let me hip y'all to big sister, okay? She doesn't have negative energy. I'm not gonna say she has negative energy, but the way my energy, she was like, it's like a grr type energy, and I have like the fighting type energy and stuff. That's everything big sister has to like the max. I have like the watered down version, like the really watered down, like, you know how non-black people make Kool-Aid, like that watered down, or like, you know, like how you go to a fast food restaurant and they give you like a Sprite and it tastes like the ice already melted in the Sprite already. Like, I'm that watered down version of my big sister. So when she had the audacity to say that she did not feel that energy from big sister, what do you mean? What do you mean? Even big sister was looking at her like, everybody was confused. Me, big sister, chocolate drop, and skinny mini was looking at this girl like, so Skinny Mini and Chocolate Drop can clearly see that I'm getting annoyed because she felt this for a long time and she never decided to tell me. Like, she's talking about she didn't want to start beef. If you can sense my negative energy, that means you sensed it from the jump. So you should have spoke up instead of having me kick it with you for this long. You know what I mean? Like, don't sit there and try and hide it or act a certain way. Like, no, if you're real the way you claim you're real, speak up about it. And that's the part that got me tight. So the whole time I'm looking at her and I'm looking at the door, I'm like, yo, I should just kick her out. Like, I'm about to kick her out. I'm kicking her out. But she had to go anyway. So she left. And since then, I have no reason to talk to this girl. Not one bit. But she had the audacity to walk around the house, walk around the halls acting all like sad. Like, you did this to yourself. You should have spoke up about it a long time ago. But yeah, so that's the end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And you know, like, there's like next to the subscribe button, but it looks like that. I think I did that right. And it has like two thingies on the side. Hit that so you can get notified every time I post a new video. But yeah, have a blessed day. And hope you have fun watching Kozy.
2, 1, level up.